Hello?
Miss Lestico, guess what time it is?
What time?
It's time for math!
Yay!
Hey, first grade, welcome to math.
That's right. We have another really exciting unit.
That's right, and it's gonna feel a little similar to stuff that we did earlier this year, but we want to come back, revisit, and make sure we still remember how to do it.
Well, Miss Lime, what are we doing today? What's our target?
Well, our target says I can determine which operation to use and solve. And that just means, Ms. Lestico, I can look at a word problem and decide, do I need to add or subtract? And then do it.
I know we went through a lot of key words that we see in word problems that let us know if it's addition or subtraction.
That's right. Well, we have some friends that we've seen before, but we want them to help us one more time.
Well, let's go ahead and look at it.
Moby has 8 boxes. He gets 2 more. How many boxes does he have in all? How can you solve the problem? What is an operation? An operation is a way to solve a math problem, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. When you add, you put groups of things together. I start with 5 marbles, and I get 2 more. How many do I have in all? You can add to find the total. 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. When you subtract, you take something away from a group. I have 7 marbles, but 3 roll away. How many do I have left? You can subtract to solve. 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. When you multiply, you put equal groups of things together. I have 3 groups of marbles. 4 marbles are in each group. How many marbles do I have altogether? You can multiply to solve. 3 times 4 is equal to 12. You can solve 3 times 4 by adding 4 together 3 times. When you divide, you split things into equal groups. I have 12 marbles, but I want to share them equally with you, Moby. How many marbles do we each get? You can divide to find the answer. 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6. Sometimes when I'm solving word problems, it's hard to know which operation to use. How can you choose the right operation to solve word problems? When you read a word problem, look for clues that can tell you which operation will help you solve. Moby has 8 boxes. He gets 2 more. How many boxes does he have in all? When you're solving a word problem, it's helpful to underline important information, including the question. When you see a problem where groups of things are being put together, you may want to use addition to solve. Keywords like add, sum, join, in all together, and in total are clues that can tell you to add. Let's see. We need to know how many boxes you have in all. We can use addition to solve. 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. You have 10 boxes in all. Moby has 10 boxes. Drops 5. How many boxes does he have left? When you see a problem where something is being taken away from a group, or where you need to compare the amount between 2 groups, you may want to use subtraction to solve. Keywords like subtract, take away, less than, how many more, how much more, and how many left are clues that can tell you to subtract. I need to know how many boxes are left, so I'm going to subtract to solve. 10 minus 5 is equal to 5. You have 5 boxes left. What are in these boxes anyway? Silly string? There are 10 boxes, and each box has 2 cans of silly string. How many cans are there altogether? If a problem asks you to combine equal groups of things, you may be able to multiply to solve it. Keywords for multiplication problems can be the same as addition problems. Be sure to read carefully. I can multiply to solve this problem. 10 times 2 is equal to 20. You have 20 cans of silly string. You want to share? Let's see. There are 10 boxes of silly string and 5 people. How many boxes does each person get? If a problem asks how many items are in a group or how many groups there are, you may be able to divide to solve. Keywords like divide, split, how many, and each can give clues that you can use division. But some of these clues can be for other operations too. It's important to read the problem carefully and check your answer to see it makes sense. I can use division to solve this problem. 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2. We each get 2 boxes. I have 2 boxes, and each box has 2 cans of silly string. How many cans do I have in total? You're right, Moby. We can multiply to figure it out. Let's see. 2 times 2 is equal to 4. I have 4 cans of silly string. Remember, when you're working on a word problem, first, understand the problem. Next, make a plan to solve. Then, solve it. Finally, check your work. Uh-oh.
Thanks, Annie and Moby. I remember learning about all of those keywords to look out for. And they started talking about like multiplication and division. And I know in first grade we don't really have to worry about that.
That's right. Mainly the operations that we deal with are addition or subtraction.
That's right.
Well, Miss Lime, should we go ahead and look at a word problem and see which operation we need to solve?
Oh, let's do it. Okay.
Okay, our first word problem says, Princess Leia buys 10 lightsabers. Luke Skywalker gives her 7 more. How many lightsabers does Princess Leia have in all?
Ooh. Okay, so in order to solve this, Miss Lestico, I need to determine which operation to use. Is it addition or subtraction? I heard some keywords in there. I heard it said Luke Skywalker gave her 7 more. I think more is definitely a keyword. I'm going to circle it because she's getting more of something. We're not taking it away. We're getting more. And another keyword, Miss Lestico, in all. It's asking me how many does she have in all. That means all together, in total. So Miss Lestico, using these keywords, I think this is going to be an addition problem.
Good
so
job, Miss Lime.
she starts with 10 lightsabers. And then Luke Skywalker gives her 7 more. And so I'm looking for this answer. 10 plus 7 equals something. Now, I remember we learned a whole bunch of addition strategies. I can use my fingers, I can draw a picture, I can use a part whole. But you know what, Miss Lustico?
What?
I remember my strategy of when I have 10, adding the next one. If I have 10 and 7, I just know that's going to be 17. So Princess Leia has 17 lightsabers.
Good job, Miss Lime.
Okay, your turn.
Okay.
Let's see if you can figure out the key words in this word problem to help solve. Are you ready?
I am listening for those keywords.
Okay, it says Kylo Ren found 15 droids. He gave 6 droids to the stormtroopers. How many droids does Kylo Ren have left?
Ooh. Well, Miss Lime, I'm noticing that in our last word problem, it talked about giving something. But in this word problem, I'm thinking that give is different. I'm thinking that somebody is giving them away. And so they're not getting them as a gift. They're giving them to somebody else. And well, usually when we give something as a gift, we lose it or we have a less now. And well, another keyword that I noticed that lets me know that my end number is going to be smaller is how many does he have left? Left tells me that there's going to be less in the beginning as in the end. Well, if we're trying to make smaller numbers, we usually use subtraction in order to get our numbers smaller. So I think that I'm going to have to use subtraction in order to figure out this word problem.
Okay, well, how would you set a number sentence up then?
Okay, well, I see my two numbers. I have 15 and I have 6. So I start with 15 droids. And he's going to give 6. So they are leaving or being taken away. And 6 are being taken away. And now it wants to know how many he has left. How many do they have at the end of the problem? 15 minus 6. Well, I know there's a lot of strategies that I could use to figure this out. I could draw a picture of the droids. I could use a 10 frame or even more dots. I'm going to use the strategy of counting down. And so I know if I start at my first number and I count down 6, I should be able to find my total. So I'm going to start with 15 and I'm going to count down 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. I've counted down 6 numbers. So that means that my total would be 9 droids left.
Great job, Miss Lustico.
Thanks,
You
Miss
know,
Lime.
when we take our time and pay attention to those key words, it helps us figure out what operation to use.
And now guess what? It's your turn.
On Seesaw, there are 2 word problems for you about Baby Yoda. And your job is to look at those key words and figure out, is it addition or subtraction? Just like we did. Make sure you go back and actually circle the words in that problem. Then set up your number sentence and solve.
Wow, don't forget to use some of the cool strategies that we learned last time in order to solve your word problem. And of course, when you're done, click that green check mark. Good luck!